Yes lads, how you all doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, I'm going to bring you guys the Leeds versus Leicester match preview. So the boys and girls, after a brilliant result last time out in Europa League action, as the Foxes got their second win of the Europa League campaign, as we got a 2-1 win away from home against AEK Athens. The games are now really coming in thick and fast, and we now return back to Premier League action this Monday night as the Foxes will travel to Elland Road to take on Leeds in Leicester's 7th game of the new Premier League season. So with that being said, in today's video I'm going to bring you guys the Leeds versus Leicester match preview for our 7th game of the new Premier League season. I'm going to bring you the Leeds side of things, my thoughts on the game, my predicted lineup, and also my score predictions for tomorrow's game between Leeds and Leicester City. But just before we get into it, make sure you drop a big thumbs up down below on today's video if you guys are going to enjoy today's video as I bring you guys the Leeds versus Leicester match preview. The games are coming thick and fast. If you guys are going to enjoy another match preview on the channel, let me know by dropping a like on today's video. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe if you haven't seen my face on your screen before. We're on the road to 1,500 subscribers and we're getting there. We're around 70 away right now. So yeah, if you guys have not already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go down below, turn that subscribe button grey. Also turn on my channel post notifications so you guys never miss any future videos on the channel, just like this one. Follow me on my social medias, there way down there. Links to them will be in the description down below. And last but not least, let me know your thoughts on tomorrow's game, your score predictions in the comment section down below. But without further ado, let's get into the Leeds versus Leicester match preview. So then, getting straight into today's match preview, as always, going to start off by talking about the opposition side of things. Of course, we take on Leeds United tomorrow away from home at Elland Road in our 7th game of the new season. And this week on the channel, I've got Leeds fan Ollie to bring you guys the Leeds side of things. A big thanks to him for coming on the channel today. Go subscribe to his channel, Ollie Wood. There'll be a link to his channel in the description down below. He's going to bring you guys the Leeds side of things. He'll go through his thoughts on the game, his predictions, his predicted lineup, all of that stuff. So yeah, big thanks to him for coming on the channel today. I'm going to hand over to him now. He's going to bring you guys and me the Leeds side of things for tomorrow's game.
Hello everyone over at Josh's channel. My name is Ollie Ward. I'm a Leeds United fan channel, and Josh has asked me to come on to talk about the Leeds versus Leicester game. It's going to be a very, very good game. So far, I have been impressed with both Leeds and Leicester, the way they both started this season. I think Leicester are still looking sick. You know, Jamie Vardy still banging in the goals. And Leeds, you know, we've surprised a few this season so far. Hopefully we can keep that up. I didn't expect Leeds' first season to be so exciting already. Obviously, we went that 4-3 versus Liverpool. We got a point against Man City. You know, we're beating Aston Villa 3-0. We're starting to do stuff and people are getting scared of us. And so should you be, Leicester fans. But again, Leicester are looking brilliant as per. Jamie Vardy literally is class, okay? He might score quite a few against us. I'm a bit worried. For Leeds' predicted lineup, I can't even think of a team really because we've got quite a lot of injuries. Our captain, to be fair, Liam Cooper, is back. And Bamford, if he's playing, he's scoring goals. He scored 6 goals in 6 games. Did anyone think he was going to do that? And to be fair, the Leicester team, I am quite worried about this because, like I keep saying, if Jamie Vardy's playing, there's going to be goals. So the Leeds defence has got to be on top game. Before I leave, I just want to give you my quick score prediction for the game against Leicester. As a Leeds fan, okay, I am quite worried. I'm going to say Leicester 3, Leeds 1. You're probably thinking why? Because we've just beaten Aston Villa 3-0. I should have a bit more confidence. But I don't know. When Leicester get playing, they do score goals. So yeah, I'm going to say 3-1 Leicester. Thanks, Josh, for bringing me on the channel. Everyone, subscribe to Josh. And yeah, thanks for bringing me on, man. Good luck.
So the boys and girls, that is it for the Leeds side of things. Like I said, a big thanks to Ollie for coming on the channel today. Go and subscribe to his channel, Ollie Wood. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But without further ado, let's get into the Leicester side of things heading into tomorrow's game. Right then, Leeds away on Monday night, our 7th game in the new Premier League season. The game's now coming thick and fast for Leicester, especially with Europa League games every single week now. The tough month from the Christmas period is just about to start as we head into our first game of the month of November. But yeah, most recently, our form in the Premier League has been very, very good. 3 wins in a row it is now for Foxes. 2 of them coming in the Europa League, and of course 1 coming in the Premier League last time out, as we got a brilliant away win at Arsenal away from home at the Emirates. Our previous win also came away from home as we beat AEK Athens 2-1 in the Europa League. Goals coming from Hamza Chowdhury and Jamie Vardy. We actually won every single game away so far this season, so hopefully the Foxes can get another win on the road against Leeds. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very tough game tomorrow night at Leeds away. So Leeds away, it's going to be a big challenge for Leicester. on Monday night. Leeds have made a great start to their new Premier League season under Marcelo Bielsa. They got a couple of good results here, only restricting Manchester City to only getting a point at Elland Road as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough game for Leicester on the weekend, or well, on Monday night. We have a lot of injuries going into the game as well. 2 more now, but we'll move on to more of that type of stuff in a few moments time with my predicted lineup. But it's going to be a tough game for Leicester. Leeds play a very expansive style of football, which is going to be very hard in the opening stages. Leeds are going to be flying at Leicester, and I assume Leicester are going to sit back just like always, trying to work Leeds out and try and push onto them in the late stages of the game. And just with the amount of injuries offensively as well, I can imagine Leicester really sits just sitting back and going on the counter attack, which is similar to what Wolves did, and they actually managed to get a win there, 1-0 win last time out for Leeds at Elland Road. So yeah, I think we'll play a similar style to that. Sit back, try and get Leeds on the counter attack, and if we sit deep, Leeds like to play the passing football, and they do struggle to break teams down who sit back. It's quite similar to the way Leicester play, in the way which Leicester do struggle with that type of thing. So yeah, if Leicester can sit back, use like Vardy up front, just with the pace, Chengi's under Barnes. If you use the pace up there, we could really get. It'd be tough for Leeds to deal with Leicester. But overall, defensively, I can see Leeds are going to have a lot of possession on Monday night. So if Leicester can soak it up, we're going to have to be concentrated. But if we can and hit Leeds on the counter attack, we could potentially get all 3 points. But I think a point at least on Monday night would be a decent result for Leicester. Both managers, of course, very good managers in the Premier League, and definitely them at least in the top 10 in Brendan Rodgers and Marcelo Bielsa. And it's going to be a very interesting, just like a tactical battle, I think, on Monday night, because it's going to be a very tactical game in my opinion. It's going to be interesting to see how Brendan Rodgers is going to set up, because I think Leicester, honestly, in my opinion, are just going to try and sit back, soak all that pressure, and hit Leeds on the counter attack. But it's going to be tough for Leicester, just with likes of Patrick Bamford on good form, players like Click in there, and the new signing of Rodrigo, I think it is, because he's going to cause Leicester a lot of problems. And defensively, with the likes of Ailing Dallas, I think it is. It's going to be tough for Leicester, and these are a very good side. And to be honest with me, I definitely underrated them at the start of this season, because it's going to be a tough game for Leicester. And I think, like I said, if Leicester can at least take a point, I think that would be a decent result on the road in the Premier League. Of course, Leicester have made a pretty decent start to the season. Of course, we are just looking to break into that top 4, and I think a point or definitely 3 points would get Leicester back into those top 4 spaces at the end of match day 7 in the Premier League. So yeah, overall, it's been a good start to the season, and if we can get some from the game on Monday night, that would be a decent result for Leicester. But overall, it's going to be a big challenge for Leicester. And it's a big game as well, to be honest. Both of these sides are pushing at the moment for European football, which sounds mad, especially for Leeds as a newly promoted side. But this is how the Premier League is going this season, so it's definitely an important game for Leicester. But it's going to be a very tough one for Leicester, and it's going to be quite tough for Leeds as well to break down a good side in Leicester on Monday night. But yeah, overall, it is a big game for both sides. So the boys and girls, that is it for the Leeds United side of things and my thoughts on tomorrow's games. Yeah, as always, let's get straight into my predicted lineup. So this is the side I think Brendan Rodgers will go to start on Monday night against Leeds at Elland Road. So yeah, the formation which I'll be going for is going to be the 4-3-3 formation. Of course, I'm going to be going back to the 4 at the back, because hopefully we have enough players to play 5 at the back, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, starting off in goal then with Kasper Schmeichel. Of course, this is the easy position to predict in the whole squad for Leicester. At the moment, he's made a great start to his season at Leicester. Once again, of course, got a brilliant clean sheet away from home against Arsenal a couple of weeks ago as well. And of course, he's done quite well in the Europa League games as well. So yeah, for me, Kasper Schmeichel has to start, and he's the easiest position to predict on Monday night. So yeah, Kasper Schmeichel to start in goal for me on Monday night. So then, moving into the back four. So yeah, half our defence, well actually 3/4 of our defence is now injured, which is absolute. Well, actually, the first team defence is all injured, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, starting off at right back then, I'm going to be going with James Justin. Of course, Timothy Castagne now is injured as well, which is absolutely class. So yeah, James Justin is going to move across to that right back position. Of course, he's played the vast majority of the season in that left back role. He's performed quite well. He's very versatile across the back four. He can play left back or right back. So yeah, JJ is definitely going to slot straight into that right back role for me. And I don't feel we can't even play 5 at the back, to be honest, because we'll have to play one of the under 21s, I think. So yeah, at right back, I'm going to be going with James Justin. 2 centre backs. It is time for Big Wes and Little Wes. Johnny Evans is now injured, and of course Kagler Sunchu is still injured. So yeah, Big Wes Morgan, Little Wesley Fofana is going to start for me. Of course, Wes Morgan actually played the full game, I think it was, against AK Athens, and performed quite well. Wesley Fofana, the best Premier League centre-back in the whole league. I mean, this guy is absolutely incredible. He's performed so well. He's came in for his three or four games in a row and he's performed very good. He's probably been one of the best players on the pitch in the last couple of games for Leicester. Of course, performed great against Arsenal. Had Aubameyang in his back pocket, performed well against AK Athens and Zorada Hansk as well. So yeah, Big Wes and Little Wes to start at centre-back. Of course, that is Wes Morgan and Wesley Fofana. And at left-back, I'm going to be going with Luke Thomas. It's either going to be Luke Thomas or Christian Fuchs. I think one will play in the Premier League and then one will play against Braga in the Europa League on Thursday night. But yeah, for me, I'm going to be going with Luke Thomas to start. Of course, he made his European debut off the bench last time out against AK Athens, and he performed quite well at the back end of last season as he came in for the injured Ben Chilwell. So yeah, Luke Thomas to start at left back for me. So yeah, my makeshift back four is going to be James Justin at right back, Big Wes Morgan, Little Wesley Fofana, two centre backs. At left back, I'm going to be going with Luke Thomas. Right then, moving into the midfield three. So yeah, starting off in that defensive role, I'm going to be going with Napolis Mendy. Of course, he didn't start against AK Athens, but he came on and performed quite well in the last 20 minutes or so in the game. So yeah, for me, Napolis Mendy has started, in my opinion. It's going to be very important just in front of that back four. If Leicester are going to be sitting back and Leeds just have all of the ball, Napolis Mendy is going to be important in their pressing and trying to win that ball back and get Leicester on the counter attack, especially if Leicester play if you play that sort of game with Leicester getting quite a lot of men behind the ball and just going with the likes of counter attack with lots of Vardy and Barnes potentially up top. So yeah, in the centre defensive midfielder role, I'm going to be going with Napolis Mendy to start, moving just ahead of him into the two centre mid roles. Starting off the first one, I'm going to be going with James Maddison. Of course, he came in and he started the last couple of games and he's performed very well. It's good to see James Maddison is back because we have missed him and he's back in the side, which is a big it's a big plus for Leicester. Of course, the link-up play between him and Jamie Vardy is now coming back, and if you are going to counter-attack players like James Maddison, I'm going to be very important with those balls in behind, looking for the likes of Vardy, Barnes, potentially Cengiz Under in behind as well. So yeah, James Maddison start alongside James Maddison in that final centre midfielder role. I'm going to be going with Youri Tielemans. No Dennis Pratt for me. I think Brendan is going to give him a bit of a rest because he's played a lot of football this season. It's been his first real period in the Leicester side. So I think Youri Tielemans is going to start. Like I said, he's performed very well this season as well, and I think James Maddison and Youri Tielemans are going to work quite well alongside each other. I think James Maddison is going to be the more advanced midfielder, if Youri Tielemans in that box-to-box role, and just behind in that more defensive role is going to be Napolis Mendy. But yeah, the midfield, these three are going to be very important tomorrow night, and this is where the game could be won or lost for Leicester on Monday night. But yeah, my midfield three, Napolis Mendy, James Maddison and Youri Tielemans. So finally moving into the front three. So yeah, starting off in the left wing position, I'm going to be going with Harvey Barnes. Of course, came on against AK Athens and did a pretty good job. Yeah, Harvey Barnes has been outstanding this season so far for Leicester, and he has performed quite well in the big games as well. So yeah, hopefully Harvey Barnes can have a good game. He's going to be very important tomorrow night, in my opinion, especially if Leicester are going to be playing that counter-attacking football. The pace of Vardy, Barnes in behind is going to be very key. So yeah, hopefully Barnes can cause that Leeds defence some problems, and I think he will. So yeah, left wing Harvey Barnes, right wing I'm going to be going with Cengiz Under, and he was so close to scoring against AK Athens. He hit the bar with a very good strike. So yeah, I think it's time for Cengiz Under to get the start in the Premier League. Of course, he played well against Arsenal. He got the assist last time out in the Premier League to get Leicester the win. So yeah, hopefully Cengiz Under can come on. He's not the paces of plays, but he's a very skillful player as well. So yeah, I think it'll work in the counter attack because we will need that man to take a man out and then make the pass, which Cengiz Under can do. So yeah, left wing Barnes, right wing Cengiz Under, up front has to be Jamie Vardy, in my opinion. Of course, scored in the Europa League. That means he's scored in every single competition now for Leicester, that being the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League, Premier League, Europa League now, etc. So yeah, hopefully Vardy can have a good game. Like I said, he's going to be the key player if Leicester are going to be going into that counter-attacking role. Vardy's going to be the most important player on the pitch going forward, in my opinion, like he always is, and hopefully Vardy can get his name on the score sheet once again. Of course, he came back in against Arsenal, got a goal there. So yeah, hopefully Vardy can get a goal on the weekend or on Monday night against Leeds. So yeah, my front three, Barnes on left, Under on the right, and Vardy up top. So the boys and girls, that is it for the Leeds side of things, my thoughts on the game and my predicted lineup. So yeah, last but not least, let's get on to my score prediction then for tomorrow's game. Let me know your score predictions for tomorrow's game in the comment section down below, and just your thoughts on the game as well in the comments. Just let me know. But yeah, my score prediction then for tomorrow game, Leeds versus Leicester. Like I said, it's going to be a tough one for Leicester. I'm going to go with a draw. I'm going to go with a Leeds 1, Leicester 1. I think it'll be quite a tight game, especially if Leicester are just going to sit back. It's going to be close. It's going to be tough, but I'll definitely take a point on Monday night against Leeds. For Leeds, I'm going to go with Patrick Bamford to score. Of course, got a hat-trick against Villa, did hat-trick Bamford. And for Leicester, I'm going to be going with Jamie Vardy to score as well. But yeah, I'm going to give a 1-1 draw. It's going to be tough, but I'll definitely take a point. I think that'll be a decent result away from home against Leeds under Marcelo Bielsa. So yeah, my score prediction, Leeds 1, Leicester 1. Let me know your score predictions for tomorrow's game in the comment section down below. So the boys and girls, that is it for today's video. In today's video, I brought you guys the Leeds versus Leicester match preview. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, let me know by dropping a like. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. Let me know your score predictions, your thoughts on tomorrow's game in the comment section down below. Bye, Sportsa, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in my next video. Peace, guys.